Good morning.
And good morning, Your Honor. Julie Schlack appearing on behalf of Mr. Henry Tenon.
Good morning, Mr. Tenon. Good morning. All right.
Your Honor, we are here to set this matter for trial. The court had given us some ideas of availability. I spoke with Ms. Schlack, Mr. Mizrahi, and Mr. Cooper, who had the other case, and we've agreed upon, if the court's amenable, jury selection beginning March 29th, 2027, with trial to commence that week and into the week of April 5th.
Why so far?
Right away, the judge asks the question many viewers are probably thinking. Why schedule this trial so far into the future? In major homicide and death penalty cases, calendars become a legal chessboard. Attorneys, experts, investigators, and the court all have to align. And when multiple capital cases are involved, finding an open window can be surprisingly difficult. Do you think justice is better served by moving quickly or by making sure every side has enough time to prepare?
Last time we were here, Ms. Schlack's had some, I think, trial conflicts with some other death penalty cases. She and Mr. Mizrahi has a capital case as well in January or February.
Oh, okay.
And Your Honor, I'll be happy to kind of go through the months. Unfortunately, I have 5 pending death penalty cases, and every judge wants me to go ahead and set a date. I don't know if they're realistic or not at this juncture.
Okay.
This is a subtle but important moment. The prosecution isn't just coordinating with lawyers and the court. They're also considering the victims' families. Trial scheduling often involves balancing legal deadlines with the emotional realities faced by those directly impacted by the case. It's a reminder that behind every courtroom calendar discussion are real people waiting for answers.
Perfectly candid
Okay.
with the court. So I have a death penalty case set for November. That one, I can probably say the most concretely should be ready to go. I have another 2-week non-death, but homicide set in January. I have a death case set in February. I now have this case set in March, early April. I have another death penalty case set with the court. I have a further death penalty case set in May. And then I just set the final one for August.
And Your Honor, I did clear the trial date with the deceased victim's next of kin. I also wanted to avoid, for child care issues, school holiday weeks for them. I think spring break is early March.
According to my calendar, spring break is March 15th for Duval County.
They're in St. Johns County, Your Honor. I believe it's either the 15th or the 8th.
Okay. Does anybody else have Duval County spring break issues?
I personally would, Your Honor, but
Okay, and I do too.
okay.
Do you?
I do not.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Mr. Mizrahi, do you want to join?
I've had a spring break when I was
So St.
I
John's,
personally am not going on spring break, but I have a child who's gone out of school.
St. Johns County is when?
I think it's the week prior to Duval County. I'm not positive on that, Your Honor.
I can look it up.
Okay, and then so y'all are proposing when?
March 29th.
And just like that, months of scheduling uncertainty begin to crystallize into an actual trial plan. What sounds like routine paperwork is actually a major milestone. Once dates are set, the pressure ramps up dramatically. Discovery deadlines, motions, witness preparation, and jury strategy all start moving toward a fixed finish line.
And April 5th, those 2 weeks, for jury selection and trial. The trial itself will not be more than a week, but we wanted to build in extra time.
So Ms. Schlacks, did I move gay? Because gay I have the week of April 5th.
And
I said I was going to move it.
Yes, ma'am.
right, and that's why Mr. Cooper was involved.
For the state, Mr. Cooper is the presiding ASA on that case, and we spoke with him as well,
And he's okay with moving it.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so was Mr. Fletcher,
Where is he?
Chuck Fletcher.
Where is he? He went somewhere. All right, so he was okay with moving it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Hathaway's on this, he's on it. St. Johns County is March 15th through the 19th.
Okay.
So same. Thank you. All right, so I'll take the dates.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, working backwards. Do you think this would just be a week or potentially go into the next week, so 2 weeks? Do you want me to reserve the 2?
I think we can reserve the 2. Jury selection is why we're building in the extra time. If we're able to select a jury that first week, we can begin trial without taking a break and then have that second week to spill over. I built in a week for jury selection and a week for trial with those dates, but we might not need the full week for jury selection.
You agree?
Yes, Your Honor, and we could always revisit it after the.
I'd rather
state
reserve
go
more.
through. Yes.
I'd rather reserve more than less.
Yes.
All right, so, all right, working backwards then.
The final pretrial hearing may not sound exciting, but legally it's one of the most important checkpoints before a jury ever enters the courtroom. This is where unresolved issues can be argued, evidence disputes addressed, and last-minute surprises minimized. In high-profile cases, a single ruling at this stage can dramatically influence what jurors ultimately hear.
For trial, jury selection will be March 29th, 9 a.m., and that's for jury selection. The trial to commence that week, and also please reserve the week of April 5th, so April 5th through the 9th. Those will be the jury selection / trial weeks. Then the final pretrial. Is there court? There's no court holiday on the 22nd, correct?
Correct. Easter is March 28th.
March.
So court is closed March 26th.
Okay. So March 22nd, 9 a.m., final pretrial.
Notice the judge's approach here. Rather than locking everyone into unnecessary hearings, she's leaving room for the case to develop naturally. That's often a sign that both sides are still gathering information and refining strategy. The closer a case gets to trial, the more important flexibility becomes. What do you think? Does this sound like a case moving smoothly toward trial, or one that could still face unexpected twists?
My plan would be, now that we have dates, that I'm going to put in a priority case order and a case management order. So with you all present, I'd like to give you input in that. So do you anticipate, I'd like to maybe handle motions the month before,
Certainly.
like sometime in February?
Yes, Your Honor.
Quite.
If there's
the court
anything.
wants us to start in January.
Okay.
Because with rare exception, I have been able to make the vast majority of all of the depositions that are taking place. I think Mr. Blythe.
I saw that
Only one
list.
that I can identify that I know I will need to redepose, but it's going to be scant witnesses.
Okay. And I did sign an order this week with all the depositions.
Yes.
And so I appreciate that. So tell me what y'all are thinking. I mean, like, we can reserve the time, or you can just let me know when you need me. It's up to you.
I'll be happy to notify the court immediately
Okay.
if we need any kind of motion hearing time.
We did complete one hearing.
Right. Well, what I'm thinking about is, maybe we should I'll just leave it on like status and pretrials. I think that both sides may learn. Okay. I think both sides may want to talk talk about jury selection, logistics, and things like that. So I'll just leave it on a pretrial status, and we can touch base maybe early in the year.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you all want to come back?
Your Honor, if we could come back, I would suggest July 27th.
Did you get all the funds that you needed for like private, was the switch in private investigator affect you?
No.
Did you have Ruta?
No.
Okay.
I always had,
This is one of those behind-the-scenes courtroom realities most people never see. The conversation has shifted from legal arguments to logistics and budgeting. Jury accommodations, security measures, meals, and special arrangements all require planning and funding. It highlights just how massive an operation a serious criminal trial can become long before opening statements are ever delivered.
Ms. Hannon has been on the case since the beginning. And I believe the court has signed off on every administrative order and different experts we've sought.
Okay. Is that date okay with the?
Yes, Your Honor.
State? You said July 27?
Yes, Your Honor.
See you then.
Your Honor, how many prospective jurors should we reserve?
I'll address that. I mean, do you want me to say a number? I just don't know.
We'll be informed
Yeah.
Right.
in August about what
What
we'll
we'll
need.
need.
I will, I know that might drive the clerk's office crazy, but I think I'm going to wait, Mr. Hathaway.
I think we'll be fine.
Okay, all right. I'll address it at the beginning of the year. But if the clerk's office, so this is the issue just for the parties, like if there are, this is what I'm kind of talking about. So if there are any special requests, such as any type of post-evidentiary sequestering, the clerk's office needs to ask for the money sooner rather than later. If you all are anticipating things like that, we need to talk about that before when is your budget year end? Or it starts in July, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so we need to, maybe y'all can have some of those discussions, and I can give it a preliminary idea of how many jurors, but if there are any type of special accommodations, i.e., okay, which is what we're doing in Gardner and Fernandez, which is sequestered lunches, like they're not going out or catering in, they're not going to be milling around. So if you all are thinking about those same type of things, we need to let the clerk's office know so they can ask for the funds. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll speak with
Our
Ms. Schlack.
budget year is the normal fiscal year, it begins October 1st.
Okay. So we have a little bit of time, but I do need y'all to start talking about those logistical things.
And being able to monitor what occurs in August and September will help us.
Correct.
Perfect. Okay. All right. I'll see you on the 27th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.